This video presents how to perform the initial setup of Dynaway Maintenance Requests. The initial setup will be automatically run after installation, but if you decide not to do it right after the installation, you can run it from the Extension Management, Assisted Setup or Dynaway Assisted Setup. Select 3 dots on the Dynaway Maintenance Requests extension line and select Setup. If you haven't completed the Dynaway EAM setup before installing maintenance requests, you won't be able to start the maintenance request setup. The Dynaway Assisted Setup page, with all initial setups for our extensions, can be opened from the Dynaway EAM license information page. On the first page, you can see 3 sections: Welcome to Dynaway Maintenance Invoicing with a link to the documentation, Setup Walkthrough with a link to this very video you're watching, and Predefined Package section. This last section allows using our predefined package to complete the setup. If you want to use a predefined package, select one of them from the drop-down menu. You will see that on the page appeared a note and a link to an article, which explains how to use predefined packages to set up data. On the second page, you can specify the number series for maintenance requests. There is a possibility to set the default number series by selecting the link. You can also select a series from the drop-down menu, if there is any, or create one on your own. On the next page, you can set up statuses. If you imported the predefined package, first you need to select Setup Statuses. Check if all data is correct and select OK. Then you will need to apply the data. When you select Set Statuses again, it will show statuses that already exist in your database. Now you can add additional records. Before you go to the next step, set up the initial status for your maintenance requests and specify the number of days that allow you to reopen the request. You can also find out more about statuses by selecting the link, which will lead you to an article about them. On the next page, you can set up priorities in the same way as it was done for the statuses. If you're okay with the setup and you applied the data for priorities, go to the next step. In this step, you can set up types, the same way as it was done in previous steps. If you're okay with the setup and you applied the data for types, go to the next step. On this page, you can set up notification types. If you choose email, then you have to set up notifications. On the Maintenance Email Notification Setup page, in the General section, you can select which reports are shown on the creation, modification, and closure of the request. You can also provide an email for the default recipient of notifications. In the Notifications section, you can choose which events will trigger an email notification for the requester, and which will trigger an email notification for the person that is assigned to the request. In the last section, you can enter email addresses for the maintenance employee groups or users that should receive email notifications. If you're okay with the notification setup, go to the next step. On the final page, you will find 3 links. The first one will lead you to Dynaway Help, which contains documentation about our Business Central products. The second one will take you to a video library with short guides like this one and more in-depth webinars. The last one will take you to our newsletter, so you will stay updated with everything that we are doing. The basic setup of this module is completed. To save this setup, select Finish.